is back. Kmart is rolling. Mr. Wilbon is here. What a delight. Han is here. Louis Riddick after the draft. We got everything covered for you. But we begin with a garden party squared. We had action in New York and in Boston last night, and it was all significant. Here we go. Wilbon, you were there last night to watch Jalen Brunson and the Knicks in the critical Game 5 against the Hawks, tied at 2 apiece. We know all the numbers. Early second quarter. Alan, you're doing the game. Just how physical Karl Anthony Towns was inside.
He has been a dominant force in this series. The Hawks have no answer for him. And when he plays like this, the Knicks look like a team that can make a run.
Look at him here, using his big body. Knicks by 16 points. We're still in the first half. And then it's Cat. Shams, he's such a good passing big man.
And we've seen his game continue to get better and better as the series has gone on.
That's a great little dime for Jalen Brunson, taking it strong. Wilbon, you were there last night. The Knicks returning defense into offense, and it's Brunson on the other end.
Honestly, a lot of Brunson. I didn't think Brunson was going to have one of those games like last year deep in the playoffs. He did.
Fourth quarter now, the Knicks are up by 18, and it's Brunson, and it's Mitchell Robinson. Full extension, he's throwing it home. Knicks up 20. Celebrity Row got a lot of attention last night because it was a one-sided
row.
Brunson taking it strong. Brunson was 5 of 6 in the fourth quarter for 17 fourth quarter points. Carmelo Anthony loves what he's seeing. Knicks pulling away. Brunson again, he would finish with 39, 8 assists. Back-to-back one-sided affairs in the Knicks' favor. They're up 3-2. 126-97 is the final. A lot of panic in New York after a couple of one-point losses in games 2 and 3. But now it looks like all Knicks. Yesterday was Brunson's 12th 30-point playoff game at home with the Knicks. Look at that. Ties Patrick Ewing for the most in team.
Michael Wilbon just said something on Get Up that I have been thinking since Game 4. The New York Knicks are going to the NBA Finals. And after watching them destroy the Atlanta Hawks 126-97 in Game 5, after watching Jalen Brunson tie Patrick Ewing for the most 30-point playoff games at home in Knicks history, after watching Karl Anthony Towns dominate inside and make plays for his teammates, I am fully convinced. The Knicks have found something. And the Celtics, for all their talent, are the same team that plays with their food and loses ridiculous home games. The Knicks are winning the East. Let me break this down for you because nobody else will. The first 2 minutes of this video show the Get Up crew reacting to a wild night of playoff basketball. The Knicks blew out the Hawks. The Celtics collapsed against the Sixers. And Mike Greenberg, the self-proclaimed professional overreactor, said, "After what we saw last night, the Knicks have found the formula. The Celtics reminded us they're this team that plays with their food. They lose these ridiculous home games for no reason. The Knicks are going to the finals." And Michael Wilbon, who was at Madison Square Garden last night, did not push back. He said, "That's not that big of an overreaction." And he is right. Because what we saw from the Knicks in the last 2 games is sustainable. What we saw from the Celtics is a pattern. Wilbon pointed out that the Celtics routinely throw in one clunker a series, even on the way to the championship last year. But to have a second one like this again at home, it was bothersome. He said, either they're cavalier about it and they don't think much about it, or they can't do anything about it. Either way, it's not good news. And that is the key. The Celtics are not just losing. They are losing in a way that reveals a fundamental flaw. They live and die by the three-pointer. And when the threes are not falling, they have no backup plan. Last night, they missed their last 14 shots to end the game. That is the second most to end a playoff game by any team since the late 1990s. They shot 13% in the fourth quarter, their worst in any quarter under Joe Mazzulla. 13%. In a closeout game. At home. That is not a slump. That is a collapse. And the Knicks are watching. Shams Charania, the NBA insider, pointed out that the Knicks had a point differential of plus 44 in the series. For a 3-2 series, that does not make sense. But it tells you everything. The games the Knicks won, they won handily. The games they lost by 1 point. Both of them. 1-point losses on the road. That is not a team that is overmatched. That is a team that is unlucky. And in the playoffs, luck evens out. Wilbon said that the Knicks discovered something in Game 4. They went to Karl Anthony Towns as a secondary playmaker. They went to it again last night. And maybe it is something that is sustainable. He said, "I'm not sold on Cleveland or Torrent. Oh, it's fair to wonder, Have we overrated and overstated the Celtics? That is the question we are posing this morning. And it is the right question. Because the Celtics have been the favorites in the East for years. They have had the best record. They have had the most talent. But they have also had these inexplicable losses. They have extended series that should have been over. They have played with their food. And the Knicks have been built specifically to beat them. The Knicks beat the Celtics in the playoffs last year. They were 3-1 against them in the regular season this year. They are specifically geared to do this. Alan Hahn, the Knicks analyst, pointed out that Karl-Anthony Towns sees himself in that Nikola Jokic role. He loves being the hub of the offense. He loves passing. He loves making his teammates better. And when he plays like that, when he is dominant inside and a playmaker on the perimeter, the Knicks are a different team. They are a team that can beat anyone. The Hawks have no answer for him. And the Celtics do not have an answer for him either. They can play small on the inside. They can try to switch. But Towns is too big, too skilled, and too smart. He will eat them alive. The Get Up crew also talked about the New York mentality. Wilbon said that the building gets tight. The whole city gets tight. And there is a legitimate question of whether it actually affects the team. But last night, it did not. Because Jalen Brunson is why. He is the guy. Who closed the door? He was Mo Rivera. He was Enter Sandman. He took over in the fourth quarter and turned out the lights. He had 17 points in the fourth quarter. He shot 65% from the floor for the game. He was unstoppable. And when Brunson is playing like that, and Towns is playing like that, and OG Anunoby is playing great defense, and the bench is contributing, the Knicks are the best team in the East. Shams Charania said that the Knicks have a very good chance of winning a Boston-New York matchup in the second round. And he is right. Because the Knicks have already done it. They beat the Celtics in the playoffs last year. They have the confidence. They have the game plan. They have the personnel. The Celtics, on the other hand, have Derek White, who cannot make an outside shot. He has lost confidence. They have Jason Tatum, whose three-point shot is not there yet. They have Jaylen Brown, who is great but cannot carry the team every night. They have a coach who has not figured out how to adjust when the threes are not falling. The Knicks are going to win Game 6 in Atlanta. They are going to close out the Hawks. Then they are going to face the Celtics in the second round. And they are going to beat them. They are going to beat them because they have the size to bother the Celtics bigs. They have the wings to defend Tatum and Brown. They have the point guard to run the offense. They have the center to dominate the paint. And they have the confidence of a team THA. T knows they can beat anyone. Michael Wilbon said that the Knicks are going to the finals. And I believe him. I believe that the Knicks are going to beat the Celtics in 7 games. I believe they are going to beat whoever comes out of the other side of the bracket, whether it is Orlando or Cleveland or Toronto. And I believe they are going to play in the NBA Finals for the first time since 1999. This is not an overreaction. This is not a prisoner of the moment take. This is a conclusion based on what we have seen. The Knicks are the best team in the Eastern Conference. They have the best point guard. They have the most versatile big man. They have the deepest bench. They have the most locked-in defense. And they have the momentum. The Celtics are reeling. They are questioning themselves. They are 1 loss away from a Game 7 in Boston, where anything can happen. And the Sixers, with Joel Embiid playing like an MVP, are not going to make it easy. The Celtics might not even get to the second round. And if they do, they are going to be tired. They are going to be banged up. And the Knicks are going to be waiting. The Knicks are going to the finals. Michael Wilbon said it. And I am not going to argue with him. Subscribe to the channel if you want real NBA analysis. Not the doubt. Not the Knicks are going to blow it narratives that have followed this team for decades. Just the truth about a team that is finally ready to make a run. And comment below. Do the Knicks beat T? He's Celtics in the second round? And can they make the finals? I read every single comment. Now let me know your thoughts and get ready for Game 6.